All right, boys, so this video is going to be all about the sales mindset, exactly the mindset that you need to have to get your shit off the ground. Basically, going from that not making any money to actually like making good money in the AI space is not going to be easy. You got to be a dog. You got to have that mentality. And that's the mindset that I'm going to go over today. Now, I learned this mindset in door-to-door sales. So I would basically just knock doors, and everyone around me had a crazy good sales mindset. And this is where I adapted this sales mindset to AI, and a lot of people hadn't done that. Basically, a lot of people want to make money online, want it to be easy. A lot of people who make money online don't want to do the hard shit. They just want to, make their little lifestyle videos or whatever. But I promise you, when you're trying to get this shit off the ground, bro, it's not easy. Like, this shit's hard, bro. And a lot of people don't want to show that. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. A lot of people just want to sell a course and say that it's easy. Bro, it's not easy money, but there is a lot of money to be made. So I just want to break it down for you guys, the mindset that you need. And the key to this mindset, in door-to-door is always next door. Like, one door, shit goes south, you always got the next one, bro. Literally, you got that reset in like a second. And it gets addicting. It's like, the reason why TikTok is so addicting is because of randomness. The reason why, slot machines are so addicting is because of randomness. Guess what? It's the same thing with any sort of sales. So if you do cold calls, it's random, bro. You could get one guy who fucking hates you, and the next guy could love you. And that's just how it is. And I promise you, it's fun. Like, once you get into it, it's fun. It's just about, the hardest fucking call to make is the first one. The hardest door to get out of, the hardest door in door-to-door sales is the car door, bro, because you got to get out that bitch, right? Same thing with cold calling. Like, the hardest fucking phone call is the first one. Once you get rolling, you're good. So it just comes down to making something out of nothing. You have to pick up the phone. You have to dial. You have to, have that dog mentality, because yes, cold calling is hard, but it's also hard to be broke. And you got to think that once you get, your first one or two clients with cold calling, then you can start running ads. And you could just do, even, say you got a $500, or say you got $500 a month client. You can do if you did $20 a day, that'd be around $600 a month. So you can basically do about $20 a day. And I've had people get clients in less than 2 days for $20 a day, get like $750 a month clients off that. Boom. Now, like, your ROAS is crazy. You have more money to put in ads. Now you can up it to, maybe $30 a day, right? You're spending $900 a month in ads, and then you compound from there. And that's literally the sauce, bro. That is how it's done. That is how people make money with this shit. And there's so many companies out there, so many owners. You can also do email campaigns too. Once you figure out the cold calling, you figure out your fulfillment. Now, you don't want to just jump straight into Facebook ads and email campaigns and be getting leads when you have no idea how to close, no idea how to fulfill. So that's why we cold call at first and, get those leads, practice. We can do cheaper prices, $500 to $750 a month. And then once we start running ads, boom, we get one or two, then we can start upping our prices. And that's how you get to the point where you're selling these high ticket AI solutions. Bro, I've seen people sell solutions for like $45K, right? Now, that's not going to be just a voice agent or just some N8N workflow. But at the end of the day, people are going to be paying for consulting. They're paying for your time. They're paying for training, all this stuff, right? So you can work your way up to those 15, 20K packages too. That's very, very realistic. The point is, though, you can never get to that if you just don't have the mentality at first. You're never going to get to the ads, never going to get to the scaling, never going to get to the cool shit if you can't sit there in your room. No one's telling you to do this. You could easily pick up your phone and fucking jerk off or scroll on TikTok, do whatever you want to do. No one's telling you got a cold call, but you're going to sit there in your room and you're going to remember these words. You're going to pick up the fucking phone and you're going to do it, because it's a compounding effect. It's a snowball. After you do that, you can think about it like this too. God has a bunch of blessings to hand out. He's going to hand it out to the people who are working hard. You think he's going to hand it out to the guy who's doing nothing, drinking every day, living a sinful life? Or you think he's going to hand it out to you, who's in your fucking room, trying to make shit happen, cold call? Maybe You just might, dude, I've cold called people and they've been like, turns out like, yeah, they were like property developers, right? Because I wanted to sell them something for, you know, some AI for property development. Boom, turns out this guy's name was Jay, right? Turns out he's like huge venture capitalist. Like, oh, I've been like super connected with him ever since, you know, always in touch. Like he's investing in all these super cool startups, like wants to work with me on all this cool AI stuff. Like, you never know who you're going to meet, bro. It's putting yourself out there so that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, personally, I believe in God, will connect you with the right people. But if you don't take that action and you don't make something out of nothing, then you're never going to get those crazy connections. You know, I've worked with roofers who are making $200,000 a month, and having them as like mentors is amazing, bro. A lot of these clients will end up being your mentors in business because, yes, they're hard to deal with sometimes. You know, you will notice that when you start selling AI to the older generation, it's just like, it's a little painful sometimes, but they are some of the wisest people in the world, and they will give you some of the best advice that you've ever had. So I promise you, you never know who you're going to get connected with. But the best thing that you can do is make some sort of action, make some sort of wave. You have to start the compounding effect. You have to start rolling the snowball down the hill. If you don't give it that initial push, you're never going to be able to scale with ads. You're never going to be able to scale with emails. You're never going to, you know, anything like that. It's not going to work. You're never going to be able to scale with social media because you're too scared to press post. You're too scared to just dial. You're too scared to like call someone. You're too scared to knock on a door and try to get a sale. And you know, if you're going to be too scared to do that your whole life, you're never going to do anything. So as stupid as it sounds, as small as it is, I just want you to understand that when you're going to cold call, you can't be a pussy, bro. That is like, this is setting you up for the rest of your life. I mean, it sounds stupid, but these cold calls are literally what's going to get you out. They're literally what's going to get you your first client so you can start running ads, so you can start doing all this. And if you just don't have the balls to do that, like, I don't know if fortune's going to favor you. It's probably not. I mean, you have to have that initial push. You have to make something happen. That is how you make something out of nothing. That's how I took myself from making like 2 to 3K a month, doing UGC only, trying TikTok shop, all this shit, to fucking 30K a month, bro. You think it just happened? I promise you, bro, that's the biggest lie. People look at successful people and they're like, yeah, man, like, good for you, man. Business must be booming. No, bro, I fucking sacrificed everything, bro. I promise you. Zero social life, all in, bro. All in. I posted some shit on my Instagram the other day. I was like, to be ballin', you gotta be all in. It's so fucking true, bro. As corny as it sounds or whatever, it's so true. Like, if you actually want to live the life you want to live, you can't be a fucking regular person, bro. No one's watching this because I'm regular, right? No one is gonna like reach out to connect with me on my TikTok because I'm a regular person. No, it's because you're doing cool shit, bro. If I wasn't doing cool shit, you wouldn't be watching this video. You would have never seen me before. If I was too scared to post because of what people are going to think of me, I would never be impacting the person who's watching this right now. So literally, if I just impact one person to go out there, fucking cold call, gets his agency going, boom, that gets him like 10K a month, and then he does some startup. Now he's a fucking millionaire, right? Like, it can literally happen. So I'm just trying to impact as many people as possible, but this would never have happened. This car wouldn't be here, right? If I didn't cold call, if I didn't press post on social media, when I had zero, like, basically at the time, zero chance of anything happening from it. I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep posting, bro. I posted, go to my TikTok, EddieG555. I posted like pretty much 3 times a day, every day since fucking high school, bro. And I was just like, and there's a lot of fake ones, so make sure you go to the right one. Like 7,800 followers right now. But I posted, bro, every damn day, probably without fail for like 2 years. And I was just like, I had that dog mentality of like, I don't give a fuck what the outcome is, bro. How about that? How about you separate yourself from the outcome of the cold calls? How about you be like, I just want to do 50 cold calls, and you know what? I'm fucking happy, bro. And then the key is you just get better. You're always analyzing. You're always getting better. You can have those input-based goals as long as you analyze your performance and you still try to improve. Bro, you shouldn't be happy that you got a fucking client. You should be happy that you got yourself to do the cold calls, bro. What does David Goggins say? It's like the purpose is you. The purpose is not the client, bro. At the end of the day, the purpose is you. The purpose is, you getting the mental fortitude to be able to do that cold call. And it's anything in life. If you want a fucking client, do 100 cold calls. You'll probably get one. If you want a sale and door to door, knock 100 doors. If you want a bad bitch, talk to 100 bad bitches, bro. You'll probably get one, right? It's just a numbers game. And when you start to realize that, you're kind of unstoppable. So if you want it, it's out there for the taking. It's a fucking good business model. It's unsaturated. So what are you waiting for? You can keep making excuses all you want, or you can fucking pick up the phone and call. You can go out, B2B, talk to business owners, wear a fucking backpack, look a little professional. That's what I did in high school. Senior year, I was passing out business cards. I was going around interviewing all the local business owners, trying to figure out what their pain points are. And I realized that they're not answering calls. Then AI receptionists come around. I'm like, okay, perfect. That's literally what I did for my business class. Me and a few of my buddies, they might even be watching this right now. We went around to like every local business in our area, interviewed them on their pain points. We were trying to do like a social media marketing type startup, but I ended up, everything I learned from that, I applied with AI now. So the point is, you just got to go out there. You got to figure out what people need. You got to make connections, make some sort of waves, bro. If you don't make any waves, if you just sit in your room all day, nothing that you want in life is going to come to you. If you don't click post, you're never going to get social media followers. If you don't cold call, you're never going to get clients. So if you don't work a job to spend money on ads, you're not going to, get clients. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You have to make waves for shit to happen. Nothing works unless you do. And at the end of the day, you have to detach yourself from the results, bro. You don't get rich by praying to be rich every single day. You get rich by just doing the inputs. Like, how do you get jacked, bro? You don't get jacked by, like, thinking about the gym. You get jacked by just going, bro. Just go. You don't get jacked by doing the fanciest workouts, bro. It's just the same thing with money. Same thing with clients. It's just about that gritty effort. And that's honestly, if you're watching this, you should be like, this is amazing, because this means that you can do it. Like, there's no secret to it. It's just show up, get better. Every single day, bro. I guarantee you. If you sit there and cold call for 4 hours a day for a week, you'll get a fucking client. So do you want it or not? Like, do you want it or not? This is a question you have to be asking yourself. I mean, a lot of people don't. But those few who want it, there's no shortage of Lamborghinis in the world, bro. There's just a shortage of people who will do what it takes to get one. So anyways, boys, I hope that pushes you over the edge. I think the homework assignment for today is you have to do something that pushes you over the edge. If you already have your agency, do 50 cold calls. Fucking just sit down and do it. Because even if it doesn't work out, at least you're showing God, showing the universe that you care, that you're trying, that you're doing something. And I promise you, when you start making waves like that, you will meet good people. I'm not a big fan of networking, because everyone in college is like, oh, you need a network. And then you're like networking with fucking Chad and Brad who aren't going to do shit with their lives. Like, that's a fucking waste, bro. Biggest lie. But there are some very, very good people to network with, and some of the best people I've met were from cold calls. So, or you get a client from a cold call, and then they're like, hey, this guy, super interested in AI, talks to him. All the best minds in the world are talking about this. So get into it, bro. Please get your piece of the gold rush. Meet the best people. Who knows what could happen? It could change your life. I promise you could change your life. And if you don't have your agency set up, yeah, I want you to do something that you've been scared to do for a while. So for me, like, I was so scared to post on TikTok for a while. Everyone has something that they're scared to do for a while, and eventually you take the jump. For me, even recently, it's been like posting reels on my Instagram. Like, I'm like, oh, what are people gonna think of me? Whatever. It's the same shit, bro. But you get over it. And when you feel that anxiety about jumping, everyone says you should probably jump. So if there's one thing, whether it's talking to a girl, whether it's cold calling for your agency, asking someone something, whatever it is that you're a little scared to do, but you probably should, let this be the video that pushes you over the edge to do that. So let that be your sign. But anyways, boys, I will let you go. This is day 3 Tomorrow we're gonna have another technical video, so get ready. We're gonna build these agencies together, take every single one of you guys to 30K a month. All right, peace out, boys.